Hi, my name is Logan Campbell. I'm a first-year cell molecular neuroscience major and a first-year chief, and when I'm not chief stepping to my next class, you can typically find me reading at the Landis Fountain. In my high school's marching band, I was clarinet section leader my junior and senior year. As such, I was in charge of more than 20 clarinets. I had to make sure that marching and playing was proficient enough for us to look exemplary at every halftime game and every performance we had. Outside of high school, I was on leadership at Publix as a customer service staff. My job was to ensure that the front end of Publix was running smoothly. When I'm not studying for class, you can typically find me crocheting, reading, hanging out with my friends, or chief stepping. My first season of the Marching Chiefs was a lot more fun than I expected. This was mostly due to the warm nature of the pieces. One person in particular was Delaney Riley. She always came to rehearsal with a positive attitude and a fun personality, and I never felt intimidated to ask her a question. Delaney Riley was a great example of what the Marching Chiefs mindset should be, fun and jovial. In a 420-person ensemble, it can be difficult to hear someone, especially if they are multiple yard lines away. Leading by example is a prime way to communicate amongst the band. This past season, instead of waiting to ask my question about a marching technique until after we've rehearsed, I would watch the leaders around me and I was able to pick up the steps needed to perform correctly. Next season, if a rookie is confused, I want them to feel confident to look at what I am doing and be able to understand the technique before we meet after to discuss it. When I was younger, I went to Martial Arts America. While I was learning how to defend myself, Martial Arts America also taught me how to be a student leader. As I went up in the ranks, more opportunities to lead presented themselves. At Martial Arts America, I used my opportunities to become a junior instructor. As a junior instructor, I was able to teach classes. As I began to teach more and more classes, I learned the value of time management. Time management was an essential skill I learned as a junior instructor, which I used throughout high school in my leadership roles and I still rely on now, even in college. As I was learning to manage my time, a weakness I encountered was rigidity. As time went on and new obstacles got into my way, I learned how to adapt to these unexpected changes and turn them into new opportunities. While I still get stumped at times, I reflect on my past experiences to transform my weakness into a valuable life skill. In the 2024 Marching Chiefs season, the pieces did a great job at boosting morale within the section. There was never a dull moment. However, we did start to lack our fundamentals, the 4 Ps: pop, perpendicular, parallel, and point. As always, may the odds be ever in your favor. I want to tell Dr. Black and Dr. Moore that I'm alive. That I'm right here on Cheesefield, where Dr. Finnegan has just created a set where we must march backwards in 1-step intervals. There will be no survivors. I want to tell the directors that if you think for 1 second that the band can do that without proper fundamentals, you're deluding yourself. Because we know who they are and what they can do. This is what they can't do without proper training. Dr. Duncan says he's sending us a message, well, I have one for him. You can rehearse this, tell us to go back, tell us to mark off our set, but do you see that? Fire is catching, but if I lead, we will march well together.